Atlanta Hawks in desperate need for a win. Losers of 6 out of 8. They get their all-star guard Trae Young back against the depleted Indiana Pacers. And in the first, it's Young finding Onyeka Okongwu, who had himself a first quarter to remember for his career's sake. HiS Trae always does things like that in every quarter. But back to Okongwu, how about 14 points and 8 rebounds in the first quarter? He finished with 18 points, a career high 20 rebounds in this game. Second quarter, Pacers on the run. It's Bennedict Mathurin with the finish. Pacers going to have to figure this offense out without Halliburton, who, by the way, will be out at least 2 weeks due to elbow and knee injuries. They did pretty darn good here in the second quarter. How about Buddy Hield lining it up and knocking down the trifecta that gives Indiana the 58-55 lead as we took a break. In the third quarter, Atlanta makes some noise. First is Trae Young for 3, a deep one at that. Then DeJounte with the uber athleticism. He goes in for the finish. He had 18, 8, and 6, all a part of a 21-6 Atlanta run. How about DeAndre Hunter? Played like a man amongst boys in this one, 25 points. Pacers refuse to bow down gracefully, though. How about Brissett? Nice cut, nice score. And then as we close out quarter number 3, it's Buddy Hield for 3. 18 points for Buddy. Pacers retake the lead. Another 3 from Hield in the fourth. Tyrese loving what he sees from his guys. Indiana would take a 9-point lead. Atlanta comes right back at him. Okongwu, couple of them 20 boards to Hunter. 3 of those 25 points. Atlanta's down 1. Look at this block from Okongwu. On the other end we go is DeJounte Murray putting on a show. The ATL is up a point. Mathurin growing up right in front of us, definitely in that Rookie of the Year conversation. It's Bennedict Mathurin, 26, 5, and 3 to lead Indiana. Atlanta with 30 seconds to go. They call on HiS Trae, and Young delivers. 6 seconds to go. We're now tied at 111. Could Young deliver again? He misses. Murray misses. John Collins does not. The tip in to put Atlanta up 2 with 0.7 to go. Pacers get one last chance. Nothing manifests. So John Collins, with all the trade rumors and speculation surrounding his name, delivers to give the Atlanta Hawks a much-needed 113-111 road win in Indiana. Real quick, I want to show you guys a tweet from Atlanta Hawks guard DeJounte Murray in his first year with the Hawks, coming over in that trade with the Spurs, a big-time trade. He recently told Sam Amick, there's a lot going on, none basketball with the Hawks. And then with basketball, you've got guys in trade rumors. It's obviously more than, I wouldn't say more than what I expected, but more than where I came from in San Antonio. And I didn't misread that one. That's exactly how he said it. So I think DeJounte is saying, there are things outside of basketball that are happening here with the Atlanta Hawks organization. Now, could DeJounte have just been talking about the Nate McMillan and Trae Young drama that has happened over the last couple of months, in which it appears they had a little quarrel over how to handle Trae Young during one of his recent injuries? It could have just been that. But I played this specific highlight for a reason, with John Collins knocking in the game winner, because John Collins is, I think, the focal point of what's going to happen first with Atlanta. He's going to get traded. Whether it's at the deadline or if it's just offseason, John Collins is going to get traded. You don't have your name in trade rumors as long as John has had it. Every time something goes wrong with Atlanta, the first thing you hear is John Collins' name in trade rumors. It has not worked out for John Collins over the last 18 months in Atlanta, and I hate it for John. He's one of my favorite players in the league, by the way. John is caught in this little spot here in Atlanta where you're paying Clint Capella. You got the Okongwu, who can do a lot of things that John can do. Not everything. And it's surely not as athletic as John, but he can do a lot of things and is probably a little stronger than John. Then on the perimeter, I mean, you really can't trade DeJounte Murray after what you gave up to get him. And the Trae Young thing just doesn't make a lot of sense either, just because of, at the end of the day, he's a very valuable piece in this league, and he's a one-of-one type of guy. So John's the odd man out, and I think he will get traded. I met and interviewed John Collins one time previously at a Luda Day weekend, and he seemed like a super cool dude. And in my mind, I think I told John in that interview, I said, yo, this is going to work out with you and Trae in Atlanta. At the time, there was no DeJounte. I believed, and I'll go to my dying of days saying, this team can win big. Now, I read to you that tweet or that quote from DeJounte that I pulled from Sam Amick's Twitter for a reason, because I think there's more going on. He hinted at it. If there's more than the Nate McMillan and Trae Young drama, then what else could there be? I've said this in a previous video, but I'll say it to you again. I had a person tell me, and this person would know, I'm not giving out any names, I don't do that, but I had a person hit me last year and tell me that there is some drama going on that Hawks team between two important guys in that organization and a woman. There is some type of drama, according to this person. And, you know, I'm not going to even say reportedly or allegedly, because I didn't put any names to it. So I don't even have to go there. I'm telling you what this person told me. I'll leave everybody nameless. They told me there is some drama in that Hawks organization with two important pieces, and it's over a woman. You can play judge, juror, and all that. We ain't gonna use names. If that is true, obviously things happen all the time. But look, I don't see no Kobe and Shaq on that team. Like, unless you're gonna be able to be as great as Kobe and Shaq were and play through it for a while until it gets unbearable, I don't think this is gonna work. Look, on the basketball court, I do believe this team, as currently constructed, is a team that you do not want to play in the playoffs. You got to get to the playoffs first, and they're not winning a lot of regular season games right now, or not at least consistent as they would have liked to have been with the money that they're paying. And after the DeJounte Murray, that's a tongue twister, the DeJounte Murray trade, I can't account for a woman if there's drama in the locker room over a woman, right? I cannot get into those type of things. If that's going on, I don't care how good or how well these pieces are supposed to mesh on the court. Oftentimes, there's nothing you can do about that. Now, there are guys who can put it past them and still ball out or go to work at whatever job you at and take care of business. But if it runs deep, no matter how much these pieces are supposed to work on the court, it does not matter. And if what this person who's close enough to the organization that he or she would know, if this is true, then I think moves will be made. I'll leave it at that. And on a side note, I do believe John Collins, whose name has been involved in a lot of trade rumors, will be the first domino to fall. Either at the deadline, if the Hawks show some signs in the next few weeks, then I do believe next offseason he will get moved.